are the two main actors in The Do-Over that comes out on Netflix this today. And it's got Paula Patton from Deja Vu, Catherine Hahn from We're the Millers. It's got Sean Astin. I think I seen another big name actress that's in it as well. It's got Luis Guzman. It's got all the main guys, all the main people that need to be in Happy Madison movies. Nick Swartzen.
Oh man, wasn't Guzman and Spade in one in the trailer? Weren't they gangbanging some shit?
Dude, yeah, that was awesome. Like, don't look at me in the face when
we're doing this, like
some shit. The director is Stephen Brill. He directed Little Nicky and Mr. Deed. So
hot damn.
Oh shit.
So him and Adam Sandler are butt buddies.
Maybe, probably. But he's also done other movies. But there you go, The Do-Over. See that this weekend. What say you? You say see it this weekend. Yeah. I say see it this weekend. It's the shit. See it today. See it tonight at midnight. Actually, now.
Just pause the podcast.
No. Let's not tell him to do it. No, I was just fine. Alice Through the Looking Glass also comes out tomorrow. It's a adventure, family, and a fantasy. Alice returns to the whimsical world of Wonderland and travels back in time to save the Mad Hatter. It's got an all-star cast again, like every other, It's got Johnny Depp, Mia Wasikowska, she plays Alice. Helena Bonham Carter, which is the wife of Tim Burton, in case you didn't know.
I didn't.
Anne Hathaway, Sacha Baron Cohen, who played Borat and all that other stuff, and also had a movie that came out earlier this year. Anne Hathaway is also, if you want to see a good Anne Hathaway movie where she gets down, watch Havoc. Alan Rickman's last little hurrah, he's one of the voices of somebody in Alice in Wonderland, so
hot damn.
Rest in peace, Alan Rickman. Nice. It's awesome that we're going to get to hear your voice at least one more time.
Even from beyond the grave?
Yep. It's director James Bobin, who did The Muppets Most Wanted and The Muppets. So there's that. That's it. By the way, Alice Through the Looking Glass. Yeah, it's a Disney movie.
Yeah.
So
how ironic.
Yeah. So there's that. No. The final movie, Marvel itself is owned by Disney.
Yeah.
But not the X-Men.
Are we owned by Disney?
We might be. I do have a name on the bottom of my foot. I thought,
You have a little D logo down there?
No, yeah, it says Andy on it. If you guys didn't get that joke, shout out Toy Story, Disney movie.
Get out from under your rock.
X-Men Apocalypse, PG-13. It's an action adventure and a fantasy. With the emergence of the world's first mutant apocalypse, the X-Men must unite to defeat his extinction level plan. It's got an all-star cast. Again.
All I heard or saw, in the trailer was Jennifer Lawrence, so I know I want to see it.
Yeah, you got lost in translation, is what you're saying.
It's X-Men. It's probably some bad.
James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, Nicholas Hoult, Oscar Isaac, Rose Byrne, Evan Peters, and somebody by the name of Jennifer Lawrence is in the movie.
Somebody.
The director is Bryan Singer from the TV show House, X2, which wasn't the greatest X-Men movie, but it was good enough. And he's also from The Usual Suspects.
Oh, hot
So there's that. And you guys, that's all the movies that are coming out this weekend. Now, let's try and get some MMA out the way.
Shit picks.
Yes, we do have some shit picks to do, and I guess we can start there. But let me tell you what happened a few weeks ago. A little payoff from that awesome fight card not that long ago. Damian Maia got a round 3 submission over Matt Brown. Huge. Matt Brown the next day got into a fight with some crazy Brazilian. The Brazilian got arrested. Matt Brown got rushed back home. So there's that. Cyborg knocked Leslie Smith the fuck out in the first round, but it was kind of a controversial early stoppage. But Leslie Smith didn't look like she was going to come back from the grave.
Was that the Stockton girl, or did
she's part of the Scrap Pack? She's one of the only females in the Scrap Pack. So the Scrap Pack consists of Nick and Nate Diaz and Jake Shields and Gilbert Melendez. She trains with the Diaz brothers, or has at some point. Or is somehow affiliated with, and somehow in one way or another affiliated with the Scrap Pack, which the Diaz brothers are in. But yeah, it was a first round. It wasn't necessarily a controversial stoppage by any stretch of the imagination. Cyborg was going to knock Leslie Smith out one way or another. Jacare Souza KO'd Vitor Belfort. Thank you. There is a God. I hate Vitor Belfort with every fathom of my being, and I'm not sugarcoating it. How did he say it earlier?
Enzo,
yeah. How did Enzo Amore say it on SmackDown earlier?
I can't remember.
Which was recorded Tuesday, but we watched it today. But we're going to be able to watch it.
Because we're wrestling nerds, even though we're 2 days late. Starting July 19th, I think they're going to have a brand split between Raw and SmackDown.
We're hoping for the brand split. We don't know necessarily, but SmackDown
will start airing on Tuesdays when it's actually performed.
Theoretically, we don't know. Wrestling is crazy.
They need to not lie to us, because if they lie to us and we lie to the fans, it's like they're lying to our fans too.
Yeah, well, exactly. So that's why I want to give us an out on that, because
you're right.
On what looks on the horizon might be a mirage is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. But from what we've heard on July 19th, SmackDown will be coming to Tuesdays and being recorded live for the first time ever. So we're looking forward to that, and we're going to be that much more. And if a brand split does happen, we're going to dive into that more into a future podcast. Let's focus on MMA now, and we got another one coming up this week. You guys trust and believe. We're trying to get them out to you as fast as we can, but content changes all the time, so we have to make sure that we're bringing you the most up-to-date stuff, like the Nate Diaz thing that happened yesterday, when Nate Diaz was talking all kinds of shit on the Leprechaun, formerly known as Hornswoggle. I mean,
Conor McGregor.
Okay, but back to this. Let's go. Mauricio Shogun Hua got a split decision over Corey Anderson. It could have went either way. I'm glad it went in Shogun's favor. Stone Cold Stipe Miocic KO'd Fabricio Verdum. #and new world heavyweight champion. Fucking Stone Cold Stipe Miocic.
Pretty close.
What?
That name was pretty close.
Stone Cold Stipe Miocic? What?
Stone Cold Steve. Yeah, you're getting pretty close.
Nah. I nicknamed him Stone Cold Stipe Miocic. Actually, I didn't. I can't take credit for that. I heard it somewhere. I can't remember where, but I heard it somewhere. I think I heard it, the first time I heard it was on, it's a cartoon thing about MMA that comes out. Tommy Toho. Thank you, Jesus, for letting me remind that. Brian Barberina, with a Y, stole a victory over Warley Alves. Thiago Santos knocked out Nate Marquardt. Francisco Trinaldo decision Yancy Medeiros. Little Nog KO'd the Super Barista. And that's all that in a nutshell. Other fight nights to look forward to. Brian Caraway Tate versus Aljamain Sterling. And Sarah McMahon versus Jessica I. But the main card, the shit picks, the things that we do, what we are to do now is the shit picks. 1, Josh Berkman versus 1, Paul Felder. Josh Berkman is 29-12. This is the 155 weight division. Paul Felder is 11-2. What say you?
This is pretty close to my division, or my weight. We'll go with Paul.
Paul Felder?
Yeah.
He trains with Cowboy Cerrone. Good pick.
Oh, shit.
Jorge Masvidal versus Lorenz Lycan. And by that I say I'm taking Paul Felder as well. Even though Josh Berkman has a very good chance at winning.
He's got a lot more experience than something.
He's a former World Series of Fighting champion, I believe. But I don't think Paul Felder. I think Paul Felder's gonna whoop that ass. Or hope I'm a fan of Paul Felder. I like Josh Berkman, but I'm a bigger fan of Paul Felder. Jorge Masvidal versus Lorenz Larkin. Jorge Masvidal is 29-10, and Lorenz Larkin is 16-5, and this is in the 170 weight class.
I'm gonna go with Lorenz Larkin.
I'm gonna take Jorge Masvidal. Chris Camozzi versus Vitor Miranda. This is the 185 middleweight division, the same division as Anderson Silva and Chris Weidman. Vitor Miranda is 13-4. Chris Camozzi is 23-10. What say you?
You're Vitor Miranda.
I'm gonna take Vitor Miranda, but my heart is with Chris Camozzi. Tarek Safadine versus Rick the Horror Story. Tarek Safadine is 16-4. The Horror Story is 18-8, and this is in the 170 weight class, the same division as George St. Pierre and the champion Robbie Lawler.
Ooh. Well, I'm gonna go with the Tarek guy.
Tarek Safadine over Rick Story. I'm gonna take the Horror Story, but Tarek Safadine's got a really good shot and could take it, but I didn't go with my heart in the last fight. I'm going to go with my heart in this fight. Renan Barão, former champion in the 135 weight class, goes up in weight class to fight in the 145 weight class because he has a really hard time getting down there to fight with the likes of the champ in that division is Dominic Cruz. So he has a hard time getting down there. And he's fighting Jeremy Little Heathen Stevens, who is a knockout artist and who I hope wins, but has no chance. 35-3, Renan Barão, 145 weight class, 24-12 for Jeremy Stevens. What say you?
I'll go with Jeremy Stevens.
Ooh, boy.
It's shit picks, isn't it?
All right, Renan Barão's going to whoop him, though. Thomas Almeida v. Cody Garbrandt from Sacramento. My heart's with Cody Garbrandt just because his name, the Goblin. I got 8-0 Cody Garbrandt, but I'm sure 21-0 Thomas Almeida in the 135 weight class is going to have something to say with
Thomas, just because. Yeah,
Thomas Almeida?
Just because.
Okay, so I got Cody Garbrandt, you got Thomas Almeida. You got Jeremy Stevens, I got Renan Barão. You got Tarek Safadine, I got Rick the Horror Story. You got Vitor Miranda, and I got Vitor Miranda as well. You got Jorge Masvidal, and
I got Lorenz Larkin.
Lorenz Larkin?
Lorenz.
Lorenz Larkin, 16-5 in the 170 weight class over Jorge Masvidal. I'm going to take Jorge Masvidal. You got Lorenz Larkin. That's a good pick, Lorenz Larkin. We both got Paul Felder. He trains with Cowboy Cerrone. And there's that. Okay, man, we're down to the 2-minute warning, but I got a million other things to talk about. Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz is probably going to be the fight that people are going to be getting. Not
Mayweather?
No.
Stupid.
Seth Petrozelli, former MMA fighter, best known for... Actually, I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that for the next podcast. Let's see, what else do I got? What else? BJ Penn, potential doping scandal developing hot, ... Other fights that are going to be on the fight card, like I said, Brian Caraway Tate, Misha Tate's old man, Mr. Tate, which is not his name. His name is Brian Caraway, not Brian Tate. But, you know, we know who wears the pants in that relationship. He's going up against Aljamain Sterling, Sarah McMahon against Jessica Ai. Upcoming fights to look out for. Not this weekend, but next weekend, I believe it's, if not, then I'm wrong, and it's 2 weeks away, or 3 weeks away, but it's either 2 or 3. Michael Bisping versus Luke Rockhold, and Uriah Faber versus Dominic Cruz. Big fight on the horizon. 2 big fights in the horizon. And that pretty much is it in a nutshell for our podcast, you guys. Thank you so much for listening to the B2J, if I can talk, B2J The Podcast. Thank you guys so much. We love you guys, and we hope that you have a great weekend. We look forward to coming to you this weekend, and or on Monday. B2J The Podcast out.